Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Ricardo Coleman coming at you with another video. And man, to me personally, this is one of the funniest things that I have seen happen in a little while now. And what makes it so funny is because of the hypocrisy that is behind it all. Now, before going to this video, I just want to let everybody know, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. For all my subscribers that I already have, thank you for becoming, for getting on my team. I really appreciate that. And it kind of lets me know that, I'm at least reaching somebody when I do these videos. Now, and also don't be afraid to comment as well too. I will answer comments, but just be respectful, and that's all I ask. I feel like I gotta say that in every video because I know there's going to be basically some crazies coming through, trying to defame me or to really put me down or troll me just because. Yeah, I'm not even that big yet. I'm not even a big YouTuber or nothing. But I know, especially when I am preaching something like this, I know there are going to be, haters, should I say. So just be respectful and hit that like button and let's get this video out there. Now, the funny thing that I'm talking about, y'all, the very hypocritical thing that I am talking about is the fact that old pastor put out in the pasture, Puff P. Diddy, Dowell, all the P's, Woodrow Jr. So this man actually has the audacity to actually come out and make a video pertaining to Ringo TV, talking about how he was never a true Israelite because he has dropped the name of Israelite. And that is very funny, y'all, because for anybody that knows anything about Dowell, he is literally the embodiment, the physical manifestation in the form of a male today of everything that is wrong with the Hebrew Israelite community. He is basically the manifestation of everything that Ringo has spoke against, and the reason why Ringo denounced his Israelitehood, if that's a word, Israelitehood, recently, because of pimp Israelites like Dowell. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's funny, but it's also sad at the same time because anyone that knows anything about Pastor Dowell, he has committed adultery, right? He is actually responsible for breaking up families and actually having women leave their husbands and just send the husband away just so that he can do whatever he wants with their wives. He has actually found a way to actually do modern day slavery by oppressing everyone that lives on his communities, by having them work day in and day out, 24/7. And from what I heard around, he even he even had some people working on the Shabbat, which any of us know that Shabbat is supposed to be an Israelites' rest day. Um, he takes he takes everyone's money, so their hard or earned money that they get from their jobs. He actually takes the majority of that and then allows them to have a very, very small allowance that's supposed to be for their family in a month's time. Like $50 here, maybe a little bit more depending on the situation. But any man, even a man by himself, what is $50 really gonna do, y'all, in a month? You see, P. Diddy, he tries to reel people in, right? He tries to reel people in, and talking about, oh, they're gonna have their own land, they're not gonna have no bills, and you're gonna have your own house as well too for you and your family. You're gonna be the patriarch of your household. We're not gonna try to run your household in each individual man's household or anything, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Talking about, oh, we do our own gardening, we do our own building, we do everything. And it's very little that we rely on the world to do for us. When in reality, it's really nothing but a cult to where people have found themselves in modern day slavery. And he always talking about how everybody's going to have their own home and their own land, but none of the land is ever in the name of that man or men that live on that land. So therefore, God forbid, if somebody was to die on straightway, right? Then that means they would have no inheritance for their own children. They will not have anything, they will not be able to leave anything behind for their wives to take care of their children and their household. Why? Because Diddy is actually taking like pretty much every last dime that they have. Now, why would people actually sign up for that? Why would any man in his right natural mind actually agree to terms like that? That's the big like, even when I first heard it, and this is actually when I was still, following Pastor Dowell, I was like, man, that don't even make no dang sense. It really doesn't. Like, how you want to take these men, this man's money, or these men's money that they actually work for at their jobs? Like, how you want to do that? And in reality, it's just, it's nothing but a big SHIT show. That's basically what it is. And then also, I've also seen something recently to where, it's been confirmed that they really don't have any good medical attention. Like, anyone that lives on the land, they cannot get proper medical attention because they really can't afford like no type of insurance or anything. So here you are, you're taking people's money, right? You're making it to where they have no inheritance for their families. And then you're not even making it to where they can have insurance if something medically wrong was to happen to them or their families. And so, with that being said, no one is getting proper care on that land called Straightway. And it's sad because, there's been a couple times that I've seen, Dowell come out and say that, oh, he went to the hospital and everything, for his wives, especially when they was having his children and all that. But like, who else on that land is able to go to the hospital? You talking about deliverance, that you're a deliverance ministry and all that, but who are you really delivering from sickness and disease? Like, are you really putting that work in for Yah? That those the same work that Jesus actually put in when he was actually um, he was actually responsible for miracles happening, healing the sick, bringing back the dead, healing the blind. I mean, of course not. And also, if you actually go back and look at some of the people that, actually be in front of the screen for Straightway, you can look and tell that something's not quite right there. You see, when I was still like, kind of following Dowell, I was kind of trying to turn a blind eye to it because I was like, they work real hard, this, that, and the other. No, no, like they are literally getting worked. They're overworked. That's what that is. And it's funny how, along with me and other people who have no longer started following, no longer, um, who have separated themselves from, you know, supporting Straightway. Whether you live on the land or if you just, just support them online, whatever the case may be. It's funny because it seems like that everyone gets a very high spiritual awakening once they stop supporting that man and his ministry. Maybe some people already had that spirituality, but like I said, me personally, I know for me, it seemed like that it was just a huge, like, wave of spirituality and real wisdom that came through I, after I no longer supported Dowell's ministry. And I thank y'all for it. I really do. But it's just real funny how this same man who claims to be a so-called pastor and probably has committed every grave sin that you can possibly imagine. It's funny how he is trying to go against Ringo not calling himself an Israelite when Ringo has already made it clear that he still believes as an Israelite should, but it's just that he has separated himself from the cult of Hebrew Israelites, which basically means, not just like a particular cult or a particular place or a particular person, but just the whole Hebrew Israelite community in general. Because like I said, he really made a lot of great points of why he does not, why he denounced denounced the name of Israelites. Okay, he made some very good points of why he did that, and I was just very happy that somebody actually came out and said something aloud. Um, but the thing is, I don't feel like that Ringo should have had to do that. And for me personally, I would never like drop the name of Hebrew Israelite because of, you know, the majority of the so-called Israelites of today. But like I said, that's Ringo. If that's what's actually giving him more peace, then, like I said, I'm all for it. you know, I'm definitely all for it because at the end of the day, we're all called to peace at the end of the day. But me personally, I believe if it was in my power to do so, then I would actually like reverse that and make it to where like these hypocrites who are out here, who is actually the majority of the so-called Hebrew Israelites of today, and I literally mean a large majority, all right? I believe that I would actually make it to where they would no longer be able to call themselves Israelites. And that's just me. That's just my opinion on it. Because we have been called to be a light to the world, right? That is the reason why Yah chose us in the first place. But it actually like really backfired in a major way because we actually turned out to be the most wicked of any other people in this world. We have probably committed more idolatry and more murder, more adultery, more lying, more coveting amongst ourselves than any other so-called religion of people out there or any other nation of people out there. And it's really a shame. You see, Yah highlights that in Jeremiah. He says that there has never been a people, of course I'm paraphrasing, there has never been a people who would actually deny their own God. So all these idols that you see everybody, that all these other nations have, where they are polytheistic, which means they have more than one God. You might have a god of the sun, and then god of the moon, and god of the sea, and god of the land, all this, that, and the other. You have all these different gods. But yet, the Most High himself, who was the only true God, the only true Elohim, the creator, and the Father and the creator of the heaven and the earth, the one that actually exists, we have turned our back on him multiple beyond multiple times in our history as a people, which led us to slavery, and that is the reason why we are in this shape today. But yeah, it's oh god. I mean, it really is a shame. And like I said, so like I'm telling you, like I do agree, and like I have no qualms with Ringo doing what he did, but it's just like really funny that Dowell himself found it fit for him to come out and speak against him. Now he didn't say his name, of course, in that video, mind you. Might be too cowardly for that, trying to sneak this, But the thing is, like Ringo, hasn't. I haven't seen Ringo make any videos about him in months. It's been a long time. Ringo was really heavy on him when all these lies were first been exposed, early last year, and he was really on him then, and he was exposing Dowell for who he truly was. He was really one of the first ones to even get on Dowell's case. I believe he was making videos before servants of Yah, Pastor Rufus, started coming out making videos, just exposing more and more lies, and just showing himself to be in the truth in every step of the way, and actually showing true repentance. Talking about Pastor Rufus. Shout outs to him as well too. You see, the thing is, just like Pastor Rufus, there are a few good examples of what an Israelite is in this world. But it's just really a shame that the ones that are hypocrites are the majority. And so they are like overshadowing the good ones in the whole bunch. And so therefore the people, whether they are Christ followers, believers, or non-believers, whatever the case may be. We are amongst the most hated religion around. I really truly believe we are the most hated religion in the world. We really are. We're the most hated people. And you could tell, like, whenever we even mention the name Israelite, or they say that we are Israelite, sometimes the whole mood just switches in a room. But at the same time, like I said, I get it. Now, does that mean that I am going to drop the name Israelite? No. Because I don't believe that the enemy, that Satan, should actually win me, should actually win over me in that way. And I'm not saying it's because somebody says they're not an Israelite. I'm not saying that they have gone over to Satan. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I'm not going to be one to deny who I really am just because we have so many other, we got so many different flavors that actually showcase the wickedness, like the utter wickedness and hatred within our religion. Now, can you say that Hebrew Israelite is a religion? I say yes, you can, because of how people have made it, because of how the so-called Israelites have made it. You see, being an Israelite was never about religion. That's what Christianity is. That's what Islam is. That's what Buddhist, Hindu, all that is religion. But being an Israelite is a nationality. It is an identity. The only reason that we even have any type of culture or any type of values as a nation is because of the Most High Himself. He's the one that gave us everything. He gave us all of our ways, the ways that we should be. But we always we always end up falling to Satan, where we start worshiping Baal and all that, worshiping all these false idols. And we always choose hate and separation over actual love and unity. That's what makes it so funny that Pastor Dowell spoke out, because there is nothing that man has shown, especially recently, to where you could say that that he loves his people, he loves his brothers, he loves his sisters. You can't love anybody when you're basically oppressing somebody to basically be nothing, to where they can't even be true patriarchs of their own household. And then the moment that somebody decide they want to kick the traces, Pastor Dowell want to get up on YouTube and do a video bashing them, talking about, oh, they was never a brother, and this, that, and the other, they fell away, this, that, and the other. Then he tried to make himself the victim, talking about, this is just all part of the persecution, and then, y'all said there's going to be a great falling away, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. It's all BS. And I'm happy that I have come to know that everything that he was spitting like that is BS, because these testimonies, y'all, like those testimonies actually go back years ago, not just in the last year or two. No, like this literally goes back to like the late 90s, y'all. The late 90s, this man, along with Straightway, RG Stare, like there have been testimonies about them for 20, almost 30 years. But it's just that, you know, Dowell and Straightway always was able to do a good job of hiding that, of hiding the true intentions up until recently. And now everything has been exposed and is still being exposed as time moves on. And will continue to be exposed until either final judgment has been set for Dowell, according to Yah, or until he repents. And I'm gonna choose the four because, you know, I just can't see that man repenting for anything at this point. I really can't. You know, he just slated for death. That's basically the second death, should I say. That's just the way it is. And that's really bad because if he just actually truly, you know, repented for all the wrong that he has done over the years, yeah, he's going to take some criticism. He's going to take some bruises. He's going to take some real punishment, more spiritually than anything. He's going to take a lot because Jesus is not going to allow this man to get off scot-free just because he repented, although he will be forgiven if he did truly repent. But like I said, I just don't see that happening at all. I don't see him actually being courageous and brave enough to just stand up and say that he was wrong and that he has done so many people wrong. I just don't see that happening. And so, like I said, this started off as like you know, it was actually kind of funny, but there's really a serious lesson that we can get from all this, y'all. It really is. Pastor Dow cannot talk or have anything to say about what somebody else is doing as far as showing their faith in the Most High. He has no position or right to try to judge anybody about their faith because in reality he doesn't have true faith himself. He has like probably never been a true shepherd at any point. And he has never had any true love for his brothers and sisters. And if you don't love your brothers and sisters, the people that you are around every day, the ones that you can actually like influence for better or for worse, if you don't have any real love for them, then there's no way that you can have love for Jesus. There's just no way that that's possible. Because if you can't love us, then you can't love anyone else. You can't love Jesus either. It doesn't work like that. You can't say that you love the Most High. You can't say that you love Jesus. You can't say you love Yah. You can't say any of that if you do not truly show love for your brother and sisters. There's just no way. It's not possible. Yeah, and anyway, y'all, I think I'm about to end this video. But yeah, I just want to get it off my chest because, like I said, I think I got my little laughs out the way, you know. But it really is sad, though. It really is. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even know anything about that video you know, except for by me, you know, coming across Ringo's channel. And that's about it. That's the only way. But it really is funny though that he actually thought that that was okay to do. This man's skeletons are literally out in the open. They're not in the closet no more. Like they're literally out in the open. But yet you're going to try to bash and shame in a sneaky way a man that really is just trying to find peace with his faith and peace within himself. So anyway, that's my video, y'all. Take care. Peace. See y'all for the next video.